Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Welcome to another dirty episode of the Dirty Four podcast. Where tonight we're live with an amazing comedian. We're live with Joe Pellegrino, also known as the Sicilianu Raggiatu, and the rest of the Dirty Four crew. We've got the beautiful Victoria Blair, we got Peter Bowen, and we got Joy La Flamme.
Arriba.
How's everybody doing? If you're on Facebook, just get onto YouTube and just join in the comments. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, fuck Facebook.
What the fuck you doing out there?
Exactly. You know what? YouTube is where it counts.
Is where it counts.
For now, until
Exactly.
they turn into complete cunt, and then they make sure that we cannot have fun anymore on their platform.
That's okay.
Exactly.
That's cool. Then we just start, we'll be on Pornhub. Then.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
working.
right.
But basically, I'm working to have an RSS feed for the podcast. So basically, we're gonna be on other platform like Spotify is my first target. After that, it's gonna be iTunes, all those platforms, and then Pornhub. That's sure it's a target.
Oh, 1,000%, man.
Maybe
Oh,
34 is already taken on Pornhub though.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
We're the original 34.
Don't worry. It's all good. And we got Joe. Joe's gonna tell us all about it. Joe, here's the thing though. Claudio is obsessed with the word bukkake. So during the podcast, we just hear him just saying it randomly.
You say
It's
bukkake?
Like, he just says it's like a Tourette's thing. Like he just says it.
Mike asked
The today is bukkake, and he's like, "Whoa, yeah, the nigga, what are we
Just
talking
out of
about?"
fucking nowhere. You say, yeah, so I was walking down the street and bukkake. And,
No.
5 years old, I just discovered another word.
Joe, don't worry. I'm not going to go on stage and be, so guys, I was walking bukkake. I'm like, don't worry. I don't do that.
oh, you fucking should, because that's funny shit.
Honestly, I pay to see Claudio coming on stage in schoolgirl attire and then being like, I want that bukkake of laughter.
Oh, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Shit, man.
Exactly.
And it's dangerous too, man. Like I remember, like there was, I think it was an Asian girl that died from a bukkake, and I was like, shit,
Holy
man.
shit!
I was like,
What
like,
happened?
well, she just drank too much bukkake. That's
Bro, Steven, that's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this show. This show seems like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, because
every other show I go on there like, hey, so tell me about yourself and tell me about your family. And
We're gonna ask that. We're gonna.
yeah,
ask.
okay. No.
she's like, oh, I hate her.
We run out of all.
Let's just talk about Dirty Sanchez and fucking bukkake all night long.
Exactly, and Dirty Sanchez is the name of a French show, so you're not that far from the target.
Oh my god! Exactly. So this before we continue. Oh man, I love this. Like 1 minute in, we're already going with the bukkake. This is
There you go.
this is fantastic. So everybody, how's everyone doing in the chat? You know,
Everybody, Emily, Bobby Shorts, Melanie, Steph, 34, which is Claudio, and YOLO.
Joe, don't worry. Peter's a bit un poco stonata sometimes.
You could, Luigi's here. Luigi, agree to disagree.
Hey, agree to disagree, guys. Here and that's it. That's an asterisk.
Easter Breeze. I'm down. Right. I don't know who this is, but it's just new to the chat. I'm down.
All right. There we go.
Here,
Will Flynn is on also.
Nice. So, Joe. So let's get into this. So, why the stage name Sicilianu Raggiatu?
So everybody knows. So I'm an Italian comic. So let's start off with that. I make fun of the way we grew up, the way we are. So everybody knows that Sicilians in general are short-tempered. You say the smallest little thing and we'll fire from 0 to 100 real quick.
That's
right?
pretty much everybody in the Mediterranean, but go on.
Oh, okay. There you go. So yeah,
pretty much everybody around that fucking sea, but okay.
Yeah,
right. But Sicilians are a little bit quicker than them, so if we get mad,
Okay.
real quick. Real quick. So
I didn't know they were an Olympic of like short temper people.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and we're the champions, man. It's 10 years in a row. But one day I was sitting there, and I was how I came up with this whole thing was. From doing comedy and switching over to social media, I said I need a catchy name to kind of represent, who I am, like a short-tempered Sicilian, right? I'm little. I'm little. Right now on the screen, I look big. I'm like 6 foot tall, right? but I'm actually like 5'2". So anyway,
Holy shit!
no.
You're
I'm
shorter
I'm
than
My
like
girlfriend
5'5".
is taller than that.
Yeah, no, I'm like 5'5". I'm like 5'5", 5'6". I'm a short little dude.
Okay,
right?
so you're a bit taller than my girlfriend. Awesome.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah.
That was a very weird
That was
correlation
a
there.
weird fucking segue. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It really was. Really was.
I mean, my girlfriend is fucking small, so I'm like,
No,
if you're
yeah,
smaller
that's
than
how
her,
you measure
like, it's
stuff,
fucking
like-
war.
Yeah, take it easy, you know?
Yeah, a little weird. A little weird.
Now you're making me feel subconscious about my tits, man. You fucking-
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I came up with that. I said, listen, Sicilians are all angry. I gotta have, and my comedy is, I'm just angry about the way we grew up. Every video, every story I say when I'm on stage, that's my gimmick. I'm angry. I'm just angry about the way my mother hit me, the way my mother made me stay home after 9 o'clock or when the sun. You guys are on curfew right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many of you guys? So out of the four of you, how many Italians are you?
Just two.
One out of four.
Just two.
Yeah. Just two.
Peter, you're Italian, aren't you, Peter?
Of course, but I'm everything. I just join into crowds. I don't even.
Nice.
Bowen is just short for Bowenlo.
Oh, there you go.
There you
But-
go.
but-
That's an inside French joke. Yeah, fucking went right over my head. Okay.
Nice.
You guys want to start talking shit about me? Talk French. That's it.
Yeah, no problem.
You
We
lose.
don't speak French.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't speak French, so it's all good. The French guy don't speak French, man.
No, nice. No. So what was I saying now?
You were saying
Angry
that you're-
Italians.
Yeah. So anyways, I was angry. So anyway, that was the whole thing. So no, I see. I lost my track of fucking thought. You fucked me up with that. I asked you who was Italian. Now I had to know what.
This is Claudio.
Yeah.
So
I'm
why
the
do
guy
you need an
Italian. And in the group chat, there's a guy named Bobby
I hate
Short
you.
Shorts and Sicilianu Raggiatu. But bro, if you go to the comment section,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. You
Yeah.
see a bunch of people.
Amasi, Luigi. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, Joe, are you single? Me, Joe, or Joey?
I'm not single, so if we proceed
I'm
by
married.
elimination, that might be. Oh, there you go. So
I'm
sorry,
married.
Raul, and I'm not sure he's like working on that team. So, but nice for you to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, because I saw your skits with I saw a skit with I think you were pretending to be like an old lady, Italian lady
so that's
hearing
what
a
I was
conversation.
saying. So as an Italian comic, like you guys are on curfew right now. You guys,
Yeah.
for those of you that are Italian on this platform right now, you guys should be used to curfew. As soon as the light comes on, the street light comes on, you better be inside. You know what I mean? You're used to that shit. So I had to make fun of that. So I pretend to be my mother yelling and being angry, and I'm being angry about how we grew up as Italian, and it's just you know what? It's working, man. People love it. People can relate to it. Claudio, I'm sure can relate to it, and it's been working. It's been going on a great journey, man. It's been taking me everywhere, right across the world so far. So I'm happy about that.
Nice, nice.
That's beautiful. My parents do the same thing. Like when I was a kid, my dad's like, "Okay, if you don't come in, I'm just locking the doors. You're outside
And
the
that's
whole
it.
time."
And that's the
go on,
whole
man.
thing about comedy. I mean, Claudio, we're talking about this offline, but it doesn't matter whether you're Italian, Portuguese, Asian, wherever you're from.
Yeah,
We can all relate to the way our parents fucking messed us up as kids. But now, it's so hard to do that comedy because people get so fucking offended. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
they do. Yeah,
yeah, and it's like, oh well, you shouldn't glorify the way our parents hit us. Well, you know what? I turned out fucking okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get into that, I guess. For all.
yeah, we get it.
Yeah, nice. So Joe, I want to know. So obviously, you do comedy in both in Toronto and Montreal, and performing obviously in front of an Italian crowd. How different is the crowd from Toronto than Montreal? Are they the same, or is just everyone like it's like performing back home when you're in Montreal?
Okay, so they're pretty much the same, but I have to say when I'm in Montreal,
Mhm.
You guys have held the tradition of Italian in Montreal. I think Toronto and Montreal are very similar, but I would say Montreal has held the root deeper in the Italian community. Toronto's just the same. You know what I mean? Toronto's just the same. But But I gotta say, when I go to onto the U.S. side, totally different.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Really different as in how? Like
Black and white, man. It's totally different. It's definitely. If I have to say, if I wasn't on stage with a seasoned comedian in the U.S. and having that, in the green room, you shoot the shit, you talk, you kind of go through the stuff. And I said a joke about a munja cake. So you guys all know. You guys use munja cake when you guys are there.
I use it, but I mean, I don't use it on stage, but I know the term manja cake. Yeah,
I use it for the ladies.
Probably a different fucking meaning though. You probably use it.
I like the manja, man. I like the manja.
Yeah,
we're slowly discovering that Peter might be Sicilian.
Exactly.
So munja cakes are like non-Italians, right? That's what we call them in Toronto. Right.
Okay.
So in the States they call them Americans, just Americans, just call them Americans.
Oh shit.
So if I went on, I say that quite a bit. Like I refer to the munja cakes as munja cakes, right? But thank God I talked to a seasoned comic just before I went on. He's like, I don't know what's a munja cake. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean what's a munja cake? You don't fucking know? And he's like, no. I'm like, so what do you guys call them like non-Italians? So he said Americans. So I'm like, holy shit! Right there on the spot, I had to flip all my jokes, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it's you have to. Thank God he did that because, or else everybody would have been looking at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Right?
Jesus, you had a major bullet just there.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. So no, because I've been hearing that's night and day performing. The Canada versus the US, especially in the Italian crowd. I didn't know it was that bad.
But you know what? Sorry. What are you saying? Sorry.
Oh no, it's just huge. It's a big difference, massive difference, man, massive.
No, because I was thinking because you have like a lot of characters. Like it's weird. Like the US have like a lot of like people are just like characters there, and I kind of like it there. But so I'm wondering like if you have a bad set and you bomb, like I guess they really let you know it or freaking.
So I knock on wood. I've never like really bombed on stage in the US. I'm not just saying, but because I've never walked into a club there besides going to do just trying to see if my set works.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, there you go.
I had the opportunity just to jump onto a stage and do 2-3 jokes on an open mic because I somebody had the connection and I did that. But all the shows that I've done so far have been promoted shows, so the people coming kind of already know what they're getting themselves into, right?
Got it.
But,
so you're not doing like open mics or anything like that there. You're just shows.
Only one time I've went to an open mic, and again, everybody's misconception is what they see on my Instagram or on my social media is what they're going to see at a live show.
Stage.
It's not. It's totally different. There's comics out there that do one-liners, comics out there that are just talk about whatever, just and they're quick jokes. Then there's storytellers. You got like Joe Coy, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's a good one. Dave Chappelle. They're storytellers. They tell a whole story with a punchline. That's my style. My style. I'm very animated. And I tell a story. So I tell a story about a certain topic, and then obviously I make it fun and make it into a punchline, right? And that's how it is. So it's totally different. So when I do an open mic, I try not to keep it Italian, but I keep to my roots as making fun of Italians, making fun of myself, right? That's
right.
Because it's relatable. It's relatable. Yeah. Just because my mother hit me over the broom because I told her to go fuck herself doesn't mean that. I mean, another culture's mother did it. Like somebody who's from Iran or whatever. You tell somebody from Iran, go fuck that. The mother's gonna hit you, right?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, of course.
It doesn't matter where you're from. It has to become relatable, right? So
there's Bobby Shorts that wants to know what is your advice for a guy who wants to start off in comedy.
Do it. Do it. Don't. The best thing to do, if you want to do social media comic or if you want to do a stage comic, get yourself into an open mic. If you want to do stage comedy, get into an open mic. You'll learn real fast whether it's going to work or not. You have to have that tough skin, right? You have to, if you're good with rejection, then go to an open mic, because open mics, from my experience, have been from 3 people to 50 people, right? You could go up on a mic, and you could be 3 people, and you do that joke. If 2 out of the 3 people laugh, you're okay. But some people can't handle that little rejection. But I would say, go for it. Start on social media. Social media right now has been, for the past little while, has been a super beast in getting people started in comedy. You know what I mean? Super beast. So people will tell you whether you're funny or not.
Oh, for
definitely.
sure. Like, just by the fact of them not laughing, that should be a pretty good hint about your act, how it went.
That's a telltale sign that it wasn't that funny.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
But that's actually you touched something which I'm like I actually was thinking about, like, for a couple of weeks now, like let's say like a social media comedian, where it's just like they get their fans on stage, so then when they come to their shows, they're expecting the YouTube thing, but they're not really going through the ringer of open mics. And then you got like the comedians like you that like do the open mics, do the shows, and then like do you like it? Like, I always find, like, even though I like the people on social media, I don't find them as funny as an actual seasoned comedian. Like what are your thoughts on, like, kind of like, I don't want to say paper comedians, but like paper, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. See, the thing about that. So a social media comic. So I'm gonna say I cheated, and I have some really great seasoned comics that go on stage, right?
Yeah.
I think I cheat. I started on social media. I never started on stage.
Oh, okay.
I did the reverse, right? So
But you kind of like, you're still with seasoned comedian. You're still doing the ringers, like.
Now I am. Now when I'm hitting the stage and I go on stage, these guys look at me like, who the fuck are you? Like, you're cheating. The social media comics to the guys who are seasoned are viewed as cheaters. So, like,
yeah, I see.
Well,
You know what I mean?
That's kind of stupid, because the comedian after that, they're the first one to complain when actors don't consider them as actual actors when they pick up roles in movies. So
right, and that's you know what I gotta say, like just to finish my sentence there about the whole cheating thing. It's reversed though. Now they're starting to get it where these guys, and I give these guys credit, man. They've been doing it for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. They go from club to club to club to club to club to club to club, and they could be performing in one night. They could be performing for 100 people. I post a video and it gets 30,000 views in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, so now they're switching over. They're kind of flipping over to the social media side, right? So, which is good.
Well, especially with the pandemic, since everything is closed, so that's pretty much their only way to test out their jokes or work on their skills.
And that's exactly it. That's what's happening now. They're listen, and I respect the guys. A lot of guys have been turning to me and saying, "Hey, help me out with the social media stuff." And you know what?
Absolutely.
I have no problem helping them because they helped me out to get into the club. Once I was in the club, it's a different beast. So to how do I put this? When you promote your own show, right?
Yeah.
And your following, your fan base is gonna come. Like, you got anybody, Sebastian Maniscalco, Kevin Hart, whatever. I'm not even remotely close to their league, but when they promote a tour, their fan base is coming.
Yeah.
So they know what's going on. But when they walk into a club, they don't know who's in there. There could be a heckler. There could be who knows. They don't know who's in there, and they got to work out their material. I've been beneficial enough in the first part of my career
was social
media, and so all my following was coming. So I mean, it's kind of easy, right?
But I almost disagree with you because you did the club, so you like. Even if you started there, you did the club, so I can't put you there the same, because like there's some guys like let's say like Tony Baker, who actually did the clubs and social media, and he's big everywhere. Yep. So I put you in that category. You still be in Montreal doing the Just for Laughs and stuff like that, where you have like this guy named like Kevin on stage, where it's like he doesn't do the clubs. He just does his promoted shows. Whereas like, which is like not in the clubs, like just like
in theaters and whatever else. You book a theater, you book a venue, and you do your own show. To be honest with you, I love those. I love doing my own venue shows. I do love them, but there's something about being in a comedy club
that's just different, man.
It's just different, man. It's just it's you get a full house of like 200 people. It may not sound intimate, but it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. It is.
You get a full house comedy club and just doing it, and the laugh punches you harder than having a venue of 600, 1,200 people laughing all at once. But in a comedy club, it's different. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, but it's just different.
And our crowd is a bit different too, because usually we'll get like comedy nerds and people that are really into comedy, like the kind of people that just seeking out comedy venue.
They're ready to laugh.
For example, that's why. Yeah, like I did, and I'm always gonna bring this back. Like I did a show with Massimo Pinoparolo and Guido Grasso, Bad Fellas, and we did it at the Rialto. The Rialto faced like 80 to 100 people. Comparing that to doing our weekly open mic or monthly offbeat comedy, it's it's totally different. Because having a show, at a theater, it's just like, oh my god, like. Wow, like people, it's like I find it's like the fans of those comedians that you want to see, like like when you do it at a big hall, right? It's your followers from wherever you are. They're gonna go see you specifically, right? Where I find like if you go to a comedy club, right, there's like it's like a mixed soup. It's like you're going and see like different flavors of seasonal comedians mixed with open micers, and they're putting a show together. So that's why I like I love these kind of worlds, So I know I get what with what you're saying, but So now I want to Esther has a question actually. Do you think women comics have a harder time getting started in comedy? Joe and Victoria, if you both want to answer this.
I'll let you have it first, Victoria. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Me, I don't think so. Not to get started. Not in the Montreal community, anyways. I'm not gonna speak for everywhere, but I feel like here, either like people were flirting with me, so giving me a lot of tips and like being too nice to me, so that's like helpful in a way, or they were just trying to help me because like they're like, oh, women don't get a chance and stuff, so they were being extra nice to me. So I don't think it is harder in Montreal for me. I can't speak to everyone. Like I've heard other scenes are horrible, but what do you think, Joe?
No, Victoria, I think you nailed it right on the head. I think female comics don't have it any harder than guys, to be honest with you. I think funny is funny. If you're not funny, you're not funny, right? Like there's a lot of guys who have a very weird, and even girls, I'm not gonna say it, there's a lot of people who have a weird and twisted sense of funny, and there's only a small group that find that funny. Like there's a guy out there that I know.
Whoops! What the fuck happened?
He left.
He left.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, he clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, just resend him the link.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send him the link.
Oh, that's
it's all good, folks.
Is he on his phone though?
No, he's on his laptop.
He's on his
laptop. Oh, maybe he forgot to plug it.
There we go. Yeah. All right, so guys, keep talking. Possible. I'm gonna send him the email again.
Keep talking.
That's how you freaking. What's happening, guys?
Sorry.
Sir. We have a podcast.
No. Lord Capri, thanks for giving us your lowly co-host, the permission to talk on a podcast.
No problem.
So nice of you. So gracious of you. Thank you.
No problem. Give me a second.
Do you guys think it's harder for women or no? What do you guys think?
No,
it should be harder.
To start, not like to start.
On the same time, you have to admit that I spoke to a woman comic. I won't name her, but that was at a comedy club that I won't name either. And she was like,
Joey is censoring himself, guys. Like this is a historic moment.
yeah, she was like,
Oh, where'd you go, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna leave. No,
Okay, that's okay. That's what it is.
in the middle of a
They
sentence.
usually
It's
do
like,
that.
I don't know how to
I don't know
end a
how
sentence
to
by.
be honest with you, my browser just shut down. Everything just shut down. I was like,
Oh, goddamn.
okay.
Google's trying to censor you. They're like, no, you're saying too much.
Yeah, there you go.
too much shit. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
listen.
Go on.
Funny is funny. Actually, whether you're a guy or a girl, I don't think you have an issue of getting on stage and
Yeah.
having a hard time just because you're a female. There's a lot of really funny females out there. Really funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Going to Bobby Shorts. He has a question for you. Is Joel, how can we overcome stage fright?
Everybody handles it different, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys go first. I'll be honest with you. The first time my very first comedy show was 650 people.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's pretty brutal.
Why?
That
How?
was the very first time stepping on stage. It was 650 people. When I tell you guys, literally, I was standing on the side of the stage, and they played my intro. I literally was hyperventilating backstage. I was hyperventilating.
Oh, man, I feel
I,
it.
I
wow.
would have pissed my pants. Like
I couldn't catch my breath. I guess there's all kinds of emotions that kind of ran. I was scared shitless. The whole thing of, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna bomb? How's this gonna go? Everything starts running through your mind. But you know what?
Yeah.
As soon as the MC announced my name to come out, I had no choice.
yeah.
Yeah, you
You have
gotta
no
do
choice.
it. You gotta do it because you're a real man, man. You
Exactly.
No, that's it.
Exactly.
You either pick up your balls and walk on stage, or you turn around and get out and take the hit, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's it.
Basically.
At that point, I picked them up and I walked on stage. The days before, practice. And if you're gonna step on stage and not be prepared for what might happen. You know what I mean?
I mean,
For sure.
That's me. Yeah.
I was prepared. How it was gonna go, I didn't know, but I did my thing.
Mm.
And not to pat myself on my back, but I got a standing ovation at the end of that fucking
Oh,
set.
standing ovation.
what?
I got a
That's
standing
right,
ovation
yeah.
at the set,
That's what we say.
and so how do you get over stage fright?
Get a standing ovation.
Do
Pick
it.
up-
There you go.
yeah,
You just do it. Do
That's
it.
easy. Just get a standing ovation. Everybody can do that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's
I'm suspecting you were in Quebec City, though.
And make sure it's your balls. Don't
No,
just
okay.
grab
Yeah,
the balls.
pick up your balls. Don't pick up anybody else's balls. Pick up yeah.
But it's true that once they call your name, it's like there's a spell over you. You just
Yeah.
go.
You just
There's
go.
like
Yeah.
your mind becomes clear. You just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
literally, guys. If I wish I had a camera, I wish I had a film crew following me. I was
Yeah.
literally pacing back and forth, hyperventilating
Yes.
just before I went on. I was like, I'm fucked. I can't go
Yeah.
up. How do you do this? And literally, they called my name. I was like, oh, I guess I gotta go out now. So
Yeah.
off I went. But you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, you suck it up. How do I answer that question the most easiest way? Be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah,
prepared.
exactly.
Don't walk on stage thinking or second guessing yourself. For a stand-up comic, be prepared for whatever your set is, whatever your funny is. Work on it, and just be prepared. Be prepared for it to go well, or be
Yeah.
prepared for it to go shit. And that's
Yeah.
it.
What-
You know what I mean?
There we
You're
go.
never gonna know until you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
for
the
sure.
What's the most unsuspected thing that happened to you while you were on stage?
My mic didn't work.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That
wow.
sucks.
God.
I hate those.
Did you keep try to work without a mic or?
So this is what happened. I mean, because this show, I did a skit and I tried something new. I did stand up, and then I did a skit. So I had a wire, like a mic on the
Oh,
Ever?
fuck. Okay, yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll never. And I even said, I don't want that. I don't want a thing mic. I hate it. I have to have a tangible something in my hand, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, no, just try it out. I said, okay, fine. I walked on stage and I'm talking to myself. Like I was just talking and I was like,
Oh no.
Jesus
well.
Christ. Oh,
So,
man.
did you wait for the mic to be repaired or something, or did you
I-
just
I
start
waited-
talking louder?
I waited for somebody to bring me a mic. I just
Okay.
stood there on stage,
Okay.
like, so I'm talking to the
Oh,
first
wow.
people, and this was a full theater, full venue. And I'm
Oh
like,
shit! Yeah, there's no
So I
point.
started-
You can
so I-
just speak louder. Yeah.
yeah. So as a comedian and as an Italian, my voice projects pretty good, right? So
Obviously, yeah.
I started fucking with people in the first 5 rows. Like, this is crazy. I'm not gonna pay these people. I'm not gonna do. So I just started fucking with them until they figured out to give me a cordless mic. And then once I had a cordless mic, you kind of gotta just pick them up and.
Yeah.
No, that would have been pretty bad. Just you trying to yell, because that would have been like the first 5 row hearing your joke, and then the 5th row tell your jokes to the 6th row, and then
Yeah,
so on and so
exactly.
forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
And like,
see-
and then you're under the impression you're getting heckled for some reason.
Right.
Can you see imagine it's like as Joey's saying, but then there's always that one idiot that forgets words like, "Hey Joe, what's the line? What's the word that you said after that?" And then it's
Yeah.
like telephone. Oh man, that would. Oh
The
Jesus
worst thing
Christ.
for me was because I retired jokes after a while. Like after so every year, so I'll do a tour, and I'll do a tour with, obviously you recycle those jokes for every state, every country you go into, you reuse those jokes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my second year, I kind of had a whole new set. And people came back and they're like, "Hey, do the one of your mother." I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see that happening.
Yeah.
you sit there and you're like, "That was fucking last year. Should have been my last year's show."
But
Yeah.
You should
I
have told him like I'm talking about your mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But just so I understand better, because I'm not. There's something I'm not sure I understand. Is it? Do you do like George Carlin, basically trying to work on a new hours every year? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So basically, at the end of the year, you just throw out all your joke and you start from a blank page.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So if you don't, I'm not sure if you guys have watched my videos, but I know Claudio's watched. So all the videos that I have, when you do a show, I talk a lot with my hands, guys. So forgive me. I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If I don't talk with my hands, I'm fucking mute. Anyway, so if you do a whole new show, like you have 60 minutes. Usually my sets are about an hour, right?
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, they're fucking about 45 minutes to an hour. So you do that. I have much more material to do because I said I'm a storyteller. I tell the whole story. I make the whole story funny, so it kind of builds up to a punchline. Like I watch Kevin Hart. If you watch Kevin Hart, he tells a whole story.
Yeah.
In that story, he has funny parts, funny little things, right? Russell Peters does the same thing, right? So I have more stories to tell. So what I'll do is I'll take 10 or 15 of my stories for 2020 or 19, 10 or 15 stories for 2020, 21, 22. So I'll carry them over. And then life happens. If you can't find the funny in life, everyday life, don't do comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that seems to be a prerequisite. Finding funny in life. Yeah.
Find funny in
Exactly.
life. There's a lot.
Yeah, go on.
It is. And in life, everyday life, you can't find the funny in life, don't do comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about finding funny in life, there's Esther Breeze that wants to know how do you handle hecklers?
However you want them. However you want to handle them.
No, but how do you?
Oh, how do you?
How do I handle them?
Yeah, she's not one of my friends. I planned into the chat to ask the question I want to ask.
I thought it was just everybody's general. How do you handle hecklers?
Yeah.
But for me, no, I go fucking head to head. I go.
Oh, really?
I'm Italian, man. I'm an angry.
You're angry.
Fucking Sicilian. I'm an angry
That checks
Sicilian.
out.
So listen, you want to come? You want to heckle? We'll go fucking head to head, and I guarantee I'll fucking embarrass you and your whole family. Like, there's always one heckler
Mhm.
who comes with 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Right? Make fun of that whole group. You'll see the whole group will tell the heckler, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
that's a good. That's a
Yeah.
That's good.
I
Because-
witnessed that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the heckler wants his 5 minutes of fame,
Yeah.
but the people that they're with are like, "Oh man, but start hitting that whole table. Hit that whole table. Make fun of the whole table. It'll be over like this."
Yeah,
Okay.
because I've been to one of the Italian bad boys of comedy, and I think it was when Guido Grasso was on. Oh man, Guido handling a heckler. Two things for like whenever, because Guido would always move his head a lot like this, right? And then Guido would just like, it looks like he was having a heart attack. I'm like, "Oh, Guido, what the fuck is going on?" He goes, "Yeah, you want to come at me? You want to come?" I'm like, "What the shit?" And his
Jesus
face is
Christ.
getting all red. I'm like, "What the?" And then the table, and then he's like, "Your friends are gonna regret it tomorrow. You
Oh,
fucks!" I'm like,
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
And then
Christ.
Guido
Kill
goes,
him.
and then Guido just switches back to his jokes. I'm like, "God damn, what the fuck?"
Yeah, but
Jesus
that's
Christ.
guys, that's a professional entertainer. That's a professional entertainer. You gotta learn. You gotta learn to deviate. Like if I'm in a comedy club and I'm doing my set, and I'm 2 or 3 jokes in, and my set's not working, you gotta learn to do. You gotta learn to read the room. You gotta learn to read the room. You gotta do what the room. I did a show in where was it? Oh, fuck. There was a bunch of munja cakes. There was no Italian whatsoever. So I sat there and I did a couple of Italian jokes, like the way Claudio, you see the way I do it with,
Yeah.
the way I do it, and I was getting the those laughs. I was like, "Oh fuck, this is not working here," right?
Yeah.
So I started making fun of the way we grew up, like almost like I was embarrassed to be Italian, right? Oh, that's it. And that changed the whole room because
Okay.
they were munchie cakes and they looked at me as an Italian like, "Oh, look at this wop," right? Another
True.
wop, another guinea coming here trying to be funny, talking to them, whatever. So now I make fun of myself. You have to learn to read the room.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
like Guido Grasso, and all those other guys, professional. Like Massimo's. You ever see Massimo get heckled?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was there. It was my birthday show. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then someone was heckling him, and then Massimo's is like, because he takes the mic, goes up to the person, goes. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and then if you haven't seen Massimo fucking lose his shit, oh my god, the guy's like, "Bro, you think you're funny, bro?" I'm like, "Oh fuck!"
He's crazy.
And then the guy goes, "Yeah, man, I think I'm a comedian." And he hands him the mic,
Mike,
but in
that's it.
slow motion. And then the guy goes, "No," he goes, "Yeah, that's right. Shut the fuck up!" And he walks back. Like,
But that's it. And then you have the entire room laughing because you just embarrassed that guy's 5 minutes of fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody wants the guy who heckles is either drunk as ass,
Yeah.
or just hates his life, or is just jealous that he's a comedian and he can't be funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
actually, yeah.
So you just give that guy his 5 minutes of fame. Give it to him. You can't ignore it, because if you ignore it, you gotta learn to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm no skinny mini. I'm a fat fucking guy. You see, I'm not skinny. You gotta learn to laugh at yourself and laugh at everyday funny. If a guy is coming at you, Victoria, same with you. If somebody's heckling you, you just kind of take it in, accept it, make something funny out of it, and then carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on. You can't you can't disregard the guy. If you disregard the guy or the girl,
Yeah, you're not in the room.
you're gonna keep going. Same with social media troller guys, social media stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they start, "Oh, you're not funny, da da da." You know how I reply? "Well, thank you for at least looking at my stuff and letting me know what you think."
And
I agree with that. I agree with that.
sure.
That's
For
it.
sure.
You know what I mean? Not, "Oh, all you do, you're not funny, go fuck yourself."
Yeah, Joy does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fishing. Usually, when I do that, I fish for material. Like I just throw fire in the oil on the fire just
That's
to get it
exactly it.
like even bigger, and
Joey's
then I have
trolling.
material. But sometimes people are so fucking lame. that he cannot like find a way to be interesting even when they're pissed, and I'm like, oh, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so Joe. So now I want to switch into another subject. So you were on Joe. Well, going to be was Joe and Mary's wedding. So can you just for people who don't know what that is, can you explain like what your role is and what
So
the idea of Joe and Mary wedding is?
Joe Mary's wedding was a fun time. That was the very last. Sorry, I shouldn't say very last. That was the last skit show that I did in 2019. And what it is it basically a mock Italian wedding, like right to a T. You come to the reception table, you eat, you have the party, you dance afterwards. You're basically part of the family. I played the father of the bride. So you get into character. I was basically the father of the bride. I have my outbursts as a typical Italian father. I have my wife left me for a fucking Brazilian guy. So it's basically a chaotic wedding. It's just drama and Italian drama and chaos at the wedding.
They're the best. They're the
But
best.
If you haven't been to a Joe and Mary's wedding from Stevie V and Anthony wrote the script, if you guys haven't been to a Joe and Mary's wedding, you have to attend. It's a fucking fun night, man. For the actors, but even more so for the guests that are there. Dude, you go to a wedding, you party, you drink, you dance, and you get a free drama show right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I went to the very first one when it came out when Massimo and then Guido came. Guido played the rejected husband, Guido being Guido. But you know what? It was honestly it was really fun. Like at first, I saw Massimo that he was out of place, but it worked so well.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I had so much fun. But I wanted to see the other ones with you. But unfortunately, the pandemic is hitting. But do you, if you don't mind me asking, do you know when Joe and Mary's wedding will be back, or is it still in the air?
It's gonna be back when everything else comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't right now. I have dates that are getting rescheduled, postponed. My 2020, I had every weekend, almost every weekend booked.
Shit.
I had Australia booked. I had New York booked. I had UK booked. I had Vancouver, Canada, all across Canada, and now I'm just postponing. Joe and Mary's wedding the same, right? You know, I was you guys know about TIFF, right? You ever heard about TIFF? International Film Festival?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tiff. Yeah.
So I was cast in a movie to play a supporting actor role, and it was supposed to preview at TIFF 2020.
Shit.
So the director and the producers and everybody else pulled it from not being shown at TIFF, and they're waiting for it to come back into normalcy to kind of go back into it. I was supposed to be shooting because they picked it up for a part 2. So I was supposed to be shooting that as well right now, and that got canceled. Like everything, I think once it starts to come back into play again, it's there's going to be so many scheduling conflicts, but it's good.
Definitely.
Definitely.
It's going to be a good thing, man. The entertainment district needs it. The artists need it. Comics need. I'm telling you, comedy clubs are, unfortunately, from what I hear, there's a lot of them. The smaller ones are closing down.
Yeah.
They can't sustain it. But when they come back, there's going to be so much stage time for people. And everybody's gonna want to go out. Everybody's gonna want live. That's why I said my live streams are one and done. No more. I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Kind of remind me the situation we had like in Montreal when we first and confined people, like the first time last summer when we went out. Like basically that was super easy to find a room for our open mic because like restaurateurs were so desperate to find a way to get people in their restaurants because they have been like no business for mouth. So that's, and I spoke to, we also spoke to a local Montreal comedy producer, and basically he told us that a couple of the venue is doing his show like are just gonna go just gonna switch name and go bankrupt.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. There's a lot of guys. Listen, the big guys are even. I've heard a lot of shit with the big guys, Yuck Yucks and Absolute Comedy, and there's a lot of because they're all owned by different franchisees, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of them are thinking about closing their doors. How do you close your doors to Yuck Yucks? Well, what platform are you going to have for comics that want to go and try this stuff out, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
Exactly, and
Yuck
Yuck
Yucks
is-
wants to close completely.
No. It's not
A
what
lot
he's saying.
from what I hear, a lot of the like
Like I heard Ottawa. Yeah, I heard Ottawa.
Ottawa wants to close down. I know Niagara
wow.
might want to close down. I know Toronto may have a little bit of an issue.
And Yuck
Right?
Yuck is not only comedy club; they are also an agency. Like they sign comedian and stuff.
It's
So
fine comedians, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
excellent.
My very last show was a sold out crowd at Yuck Yuck. So it was a fucking way to go out, but it was it was a sad time, man, because it was definitely where you want to be, right? As I said, it just, for me, this was shit for everybody across the board. But for me, it totally smashed my momentum. So
for sure, that's
Jesus.
like especially for people that just starting out. They start
Mhm.
for 2-3 months and then they have to stop completely. And I knew a guy that started this summer, and basically like he had to stop also. So that's pretty rough also for the old one that started to have a momentum. Like in the French scene, we have like people have that mentality that if doesn't make money right now, they don't do it. So a lot of French comedians didn't start a podcast. So those guys were pretty much fucked, and they tried. Now everybody and their dog has a podcast now.
Yeah.
Yay.
You know, listen, the podcasts are good. And I'll be very honest. I've been on Luigi's Agree to Disagree. That was a fun show.
Yeah,
as well.
he's really good.
I mean, that was a great show to be on. So hi, Luigi, how are you? I didn't see you there, but I've been on. I think this is my 8th or 9th podcast. So
Nice.
they're great. It's a great avenue to be on because how else are you going to get yourself? Because listen. Now I know what the comics, the stage comics are talking about, the stand-up comics are talking about. It's not easy to do social media comedy if you're just doing stand-up.
Mhm.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So I have the luxury of doing sketch comedy.
Mhm.
So I take my stories, I sit there, I fuck them up in my head, and I say, okay, how do I make this into a sketch? And I make it into a sketch, right? That's where the funny comes from, right? So if you just sit there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and do 5 minutes on my on screen here, it's like almost me doing my live stream show.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it, but you don't know if it works. You get no laughter, right? And you hope to God that you do that, and you get the comments back, and you know, else, and hopefully it picks up, man. Hopefully it picks up.
Oh, for sure. I 100% believe that's gonna pick up. So now, like, you know, let's get into, like, you know, another lighter side of you, Joe. So as you mentioned, you've branched out into acting, right? So as a, you know, so obviously, so as a comedian, how do you feel going into acting? Like, are there like, how do you feel changing from character to character when you're in a movie compared to being on stage?
So I've always wanted to be an actor. Like I've always wanted to do acting, right? So comedy is fun. It's just me. I've always been that goofball in the family. I've always been that funny guy in the family, right? So the acting part of it, so far, you know, I have to say I've been cast because of my look, I guess you can say. Right?
I can see that.
I know how that feels. Like, I have a little disagreement to what they say about that, but
the two roles. I was the consigliere of a mob movie. I was the boss's right hand guy. Right, so the boss.
I picture you in a romance.
Picture you in a romance, exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
I actually pictured you like snapping legs.
Right?
Not the lowering, being lower, mob lawyer and something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been cast because of my look. They contacted me,
Yeah.
and it just so happens that it was a great role, and I had a great time with it.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know, and like I said, I love the acting. Is it hard to go into a serious role? Nah, if you can do it, you just kind of put yourself into the role and do it, right?
Okay.
But for the sketch comedy, you got to put yourself like, listen, last time I checked, I wasn't an 85-year-old old woman, so I wasn't,
Okay.
I put on the wig, I change in my videos. I edit and I change the voices and the screens and the backgrounds and everything else. So it's a little bit more work, but you just gotta put yourself into it. You gotta put yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to sound like a typical fucking guy who just put yourself into the role.
It's okay.
Really, you gotta put yourself into the role, right?
But in terms of preparation, like, what is the big difference between you preparing for stand-up or sketches or movie roles?
The sketches and the comedy flows easier because it's me writing it. It's me coming from here to paper, right?
And you're doing you basically.
You're doing you. When you're doing the role, the producer, the director doesn't really tell you how he wants you to be. Basically, I got a 500-page script, and from this 500-page script, you got to read it 2 or 3 times, and then the first time you read it, you just kind of get the premise of the movie, and then it's like, okay. Second time you read it, you kind of put your own character into it, and then you can get on set, and the director says, "No, I don't need you to be that way. I need you to be kind of a little bit this way," and then you got to switch it on the role. Okay? So it's tough. We just kind of it's more preparation. I think it's more preparation to read a script and get into the role than it is to get comedy and write it down.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. Then, a lot of people have been telling me the same thing, like the stand-up comedians and actors and actresses too. They tell me the same thing because, basically just said it's okay because it's their world, right? Stand-up comedy is their world. They're the ones who's writing it down. They're the one who's telling the joke. But then if they're doing a film, the producer director is like, all right, well, listen, do it over again because you were crap on that one. So,
are you one of the ones that wake up like 4 a.m. to do the acting and everything like that, or?
So the first shoot that I did, there was morning shoots. Oh, goddamn. There's night shoots. There was a shoot that happened. It was like an hour and a half away. So from my house, you had to wake up. We got to drive an hour and a half out there. It was like, and most call times. And the thing I can't stand the most, which I've learned real quick, is hurry up and wait. I sounded like such a bitch when I was there. I get there at like 7 a.m. You do a 5-minute scene, and then your next fucking call time is at 3:30 in the afternoon, but you can't leave.
Oh yeah.
And
then right.
Yeah.
So you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and then you do a 5-minute scene and then you wait.
They put makeup on me. I'm sitting there. I do a 5-minute scene, and then my next scene's like 3 hours away. And they think this fucking fat guy like me is gonna have makeup. I'm not gonna sweat. Like, give me a fucking break, man.
Oh man. See, for me,
I see how you are also. So it seems like you spend a lot of energy just by talking. So
man,
you sweat in a hot summer day, man.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't fucking stay still.
Exactly.
Everybody says it when they come to a live show. They're like. So I love doing meet and greets after the show. I love it. But before I leave the stage, I tell everybody, if you want to meet me, give me 5 minutes. I gotta change my shirt. Like I fucking, I'm very animated. I'm very like I want to make sure you understand who I am. But as soon as I close this computer and I shut these lights off, and I'm on my downtime.
You know what I would do? You know what I would do if I was you? If I woke up there, I just start shooting coffee on people. I'm method acting. I just start shooting coffee at people. Just
walk up to somebody, just slap them right across the face. Sorry.
Method
I always
actor.
thought that
Bro.
being a method actor was just being an excuse of being the worst douchebag on the
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, that's what it was. There was one movie. Was like last year. It was one movie because I work at a cinema and I had to close the cinema. We closed at 1:30 in the morning, and I had to be on a film shoot at 3 a.m. So I was so I get there, and then like it was call time is at 3:30, but filming may come out throughout the day. So we didn't start filming till 5. So I'm like, oh shit! So I already lost a little sleep. And then it's like the scene was like 10 minutes, and then they're like, yeah, well the next one's gonna be at 2. I'm like, at 2?
Yeah.
What the
Wait,
fuck? Like,
Yeah,
oh
Did
my,
you sleep on set or something?
You can do whatever you
Oh,
want in your spare time, but you just can't leave.
yeah, you just can't leave. Yeah,
Because what happens is usually if the director wants a switch real quick and says, okay, well, that person's not ready, we're going to shoot. He basically switches it whenever he wants, right? So
yeah.
it's set
Just
up the
in
way
case.
it has it set up. They have it set up for a certain time, but it could be early, so you really can't leave.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
Mafia.
I know. I'll never forget it, man. It was 2018 was when we were shooting it, and I became such a bitch because it was my very first Father's Day with my daughter.
Okay.
And I was on set, and I literally had two scenes to shoot. So when I got there, I shot my scene, and and my scenes were supposed to be back to back.
Mhm.
So my first scene was at like 9 in the morning, and they postponed my second scene to like 7:30 at night. So I spent
shit.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, on my very first Father's Day, I wasn't a happy camper.
Oh man.
And this is not like me. I'm not a prima donna. I became such a bitch that day. I was
Yeah, but
just
sometimes you need to
mad
be
at
one.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you can't walk off. You walk off, you finished. You're done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what I
That was thinking. And going back, for Mafia Inc., like we were filming like very early. Then the next scene was like at 4 in the afternoon. That's where I met Dominic DeRosa, and then I felt that like on all the cast, they're like what the heck? Like we've been here since 4 in the morning, and now we have to film again at 6 at night, 3 to 6. And then like, what do you do during the day? Yeah, you can review your lines at the same time. I'm like, I just fucking worked a 12-hour shift yesterday. You think by 3 I want to go home, but no, they're keeping me here. Thank God I didn't work the next day. I just slept through. I woke up. I'm like, hey guys, call me if you need me. And I'm like, so every hour I have to be fucking paranoid and to be like, so you guys need me? No, we'll call you. All right, perfect. So then, but still, it's like I understand because we were even talking about it with Brittany Drisdale, and she was saying the same thing, man. It's like it's hectic. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like. Man.
Wait, Claudia, did you say you work a 3-hour shift?
No,
Okay.
12-hour shift.
12-hour shift. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You said 3-hour
12
shift and you're complaining? I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell what kind of an asshole do you think I am, Peter?
Well, that's not the question here. We know you're for a fact that you're an asshole. But obviously, that wasn't the subject.
Don't worry, Joe. This is how we treat each other.
No, I want to get in on it. Fuck you, Claudio.
All right, good. You know what, Joe?
That's the spirit. Perfect.
No, Victor. No, you don't say
Just
shit. So, Joe. Not like a little cliche question. So, like, who? You named a bunch of comedians before, but who are the comedians you look up to? Like, who inspired you to become stand-up comedian?
There's so many, but you can name off the greats, right? Eddie Murphy. Everybody you name off Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Chris, Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Sebastian Maniscalco. Listen, it's a niche, right?
Right.
My favorite, right? Like my favorite for a long time right now has been Joe Coy. Joe Coy's been, you know what? I learned his backstory, and his type of comedy is the same as mine, where we tell stories and we kind of tell stories about the way we grew up and kind of deal. So his delivery is just amazing. It's just, you know what I mean? So, but anybody who you would think, you know what I mean? The old timers, like I said, the GOAT, obviously, Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree absolutely with that.
You can't again, and I'm not even a speck of dust in his realm, but that's who you look up to. That's who I look up to because there's I'm looking at it from the style of comedy that I do.
Mhm.
Right? So
Mhm.
you can look at it like a couple of nights ago. I posted something about Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When comedy was just comedy, and that's what it was. His
Yeah.
style of comedy is quick punchlines, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
yeah.
Funny as shit. But I can't say I look up to Andrew Dice Clay because it's not my style. So
Yeah.
I like seeing those other guys, like I said, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Sebastian Maniscalco, Joe Coy. That's who I look up to. And then the greats. You look at the Eddie Murphys and all, and it's needless. That's needless to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
needless.
just now Dave Chappelle is a league on his own because like he's the complete package. Like his acting is on point, the timing is perfect. The word he used, there's no extra word that it is absolutely needless, and he find a way to connect with the crowd because he never really take position on anything. Like when you think he's about to take position about something, he just jump out with something completely absurd, and you never saw it.
Totally league of his own. And I think the reason why his attitude.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he said, and that's the thing about a comedian. A comedian has to be as honest and down to earth as he possibly can. Dave Chappelle says it straight up. I'm fucking rich. I don't care if they kick me. If nobody comes to my shows anymore. I don't fucking care. I'm still rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm rich, bitch.
What I gotta say. If I gotta say, and if you get offended, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way. I can't do that because if you get offended and don't come to my show, I can't get rich.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
For sure.
I can't make it. I can't make it. He's in a league of his own. He's in all those guys. Kevin Hart. He's in it. He just did a tour. That his last Netflix.
Yeah. The next
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Stick and Stones. That got me started to do comedy, basically. When I
Yeah,
saw
the
it
Stick and
perform
Stones,
at that level, I was like, fuck, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's Dave Chappelle. I'm talking about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart just did his
Kevin Hart,
Netflix.
he had the Netflix, but in his house or something.
Yeah, in his house.
Oh,
What
really?
do
I didn't know
what do
that.
you call it? I don't give a fuck or what?
There's something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that, right? Because he can. If you
Yeah.
if you had a problem with it, guess what? You still watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. So true.
You still watched it. You had a problem with it, but you still watched it because it's Kevin Hart. If I did that, it would be like, I'm not gonna watch. Or there's some comics that are Instagram or social media comics.
Mhm.
That's what they go for. They go for the controversy because for some apparent reason, people are attracted to controversy, but they have a lot thicker skin, than some, than even me, right? They love like Joey. Joey loves the back and forth banter. To be very honest with you, I don't got the fucking time, right? I don't have the time. These guys have the time to go back and forth, calling each other, idiots or whatever, right? Like Joey looks like he's the type of guy who has like a fucking lot of time on hands.
I don't, and I stopped doing that really recently. Like the breaking point when was somebody called Pepe Le Pew a rapist, and I was about to tear him another asshole, but I was like, is it the guy I'm becoming right now, arguing about a fucking cartoon? Is that what I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
You know what?
Then that's how I went. Like, fuck this! I'm not doing this shit anymore.
Right. But I know some social media guys that they love it. That's what their thing is. But you know what? That shit helps their algorithm.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, that's a totally different topic. I don't know if you guys are going to. That's a totally different thing. Algorithms, what to do, when to post, how to post.
Oh yeah,
it's a fucking dance. You got guys. Well, we all know it. I know when to post. The consistency, how to post, when to post, what times. You have to be consistent. And these guys here, like, I love engaging with my followers. And I'm not going to call them fans because I'm not at that stage where I'm going to call people fans. They're my followers. They're people who enjoy my stuff, and they're like distant friends. We'll call them that. Right?
Yeah.
So I love engaging with them.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because I love engaging. Thank you very much. I appreciate the laughter. Blah, blah, blah. I engage. But that's also helping me move my algorithm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Say Instagram. Instagram sees me engaging, so they'll push out my video on. It's just a fucking long story. To explain it is just it's so geeky. I guess you can say, but some people are interested because a lot of comics, stand-up comics, have called me and be like, "Okay, my videos are not blowing up." I'm like, it's a game, it's a dance. You gotta put certain hashtags. You gotta post at the right time. They post once a month, and it's like your algorithm's not gonna get pushed out if you post once a month, right? Yeah. You can't, right? So TikTok was. I'm fucking 41 years old. I'm not gonna think TikTok like that.
What, you don't want to dance for 36 for a couple of chuckles online?
Right. I'm not gonna fucking do fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
but those 12-year-old fucking fans, man. What you're missing out on this?
I know. So this is what everybody's saying. Why don't you try TikTok? So I've been doing some TikToks, here and there. Talk to someone who's a TikTok guru. I kind of followed their advice.
Yeah,
I did 2 videos, and here I just look at it right now. I haven't looked at it in a while, like in a couple of days. But the last video just hit almost 50,000 views.
Wow. I'm definitely because I want to do TikToks, but I don't want to really do comedy videos. I want to do more like comic book type things, but like also to be consistent. Yeah,
I'll give you it worked for me, and I'll tell you if it might work for you. Stitch and duet popular videos in that category.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I figured.
You stitch it. I stitched that one. Just hit 50,000 views. I stitched, but I put my own spin on things. Like I'm not sure if you guys watched, or Claudia, if you watched the one with the where the munja cakes make that fucking stupid pasta. And the fucking
actually, you know what? Since we're talking, I like the one you did about where everyone was feeling everyone was feeling bad about you. It was like something with the sugar level or some shit.
Yeah, like the fuck is that?
Oh man, that was great. I'm watching this like these guys are fucking idiots.
It came in my head. Now, the doctor said, that you should watch your sugar. So I got the jar of sugar and I started watching my jar of sugar. Right? The amount of comments that I got saying, "Yeah, you should watch your sugar. Diabetes is not a fucking
what the fuck?
You should switch to coconut sugar. You can go use this, use that. Here, somebody sent me a link to a fucking dietary page. Fuck you! Get out of here! I don't need your help. It's a funny video, right? So
that's pretty much while posting that kind of shit that I had like a out of my body moment, and like, you don't know her, she doesn't care about your fucking opinion. Move on with your day.
Yeah. And the Dr. Pepe Le Pew, same shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're not going to sit there and argue with somebody or 10 other people because you argue with one, you're going to argue with 15 other people. Right?
Yeah,
exactly. You're going to be there. You're going to be there 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 hours doing that. No, thank you.
No, that's the thing. No, but like for example, even with me, like I did a video. It was just something stupid, like something like an Italian family, but it was just like my whole. It was meant to be a bad, horrible video, so I made it bad on purpose. Someone responds and goes, I think your video is horrible, and you should redo it. I'm like, yeah, but didn't you see the title? It's a bad, horrible video. Me coming home at 2:00 in the morning when I was drunk. I made it on purpose to just be bad, and people were still bashing it. I'm like, but of course it's fucking bad, you idiots. That's the whole point.
But now, would you sit there and waste your time explaining that to somebody?
Yes. No, joking.
I mean, look, in a way, okay, so here's how I think about that. Okay, so in a way, I'm like, yeah, you guys are absolutely right, 100%. I shouldn't be spending my time arguing with these fucking idiots, right? But then the second time is, I put work into making this bad video, and I'm not saying it's legit bad. I put time to make this into a bad video. But
so Joe's gonna ask you the question again. He's gonna.
I'm just saying, if
you argue with them, yes or no?
Yeah, I would argue with them.
fuck's sake, dude.
I would. Listen to me. Okay? I have pride right now.
You're
This
the
is my
worst
fucking pride.
politicians in the comedy scene in Montreal.
Politician? Oh, bro, I don't even want to become a politician. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
good,
Christ,
man.
man.
You can't
You're an
argue.
amazing guy.
You can't waste your time and fucking argue. Leave it
Yeah,
alone.
There you
Exactly.
go.
It's-
Yeah, just
Exactly.
let it go.
Anyway, comedy is subjective. What's funny
Yeah,
to me
exactly.
might not be funny to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody says, oh, somebody else did that same video you did. Good, go watch that one.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, exactly. What are you
You
gonna
know,
do?
listen, the way I look at it is, did my mother ever give me shit for something when I was a kid? I'm sure every one of you can say your mother gave you shit about something
Every day.
every
I
day.
didn't even do anything.
Exactly.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly. So if you know, if we all have that same story. So let's just say all five of us did a video on that same thing. We're not copying each other. We just all lived the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Now, if you copy my shit word for word and you do my video word for word,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's a little,
you look shit, not me. But anyway, you know what I mean. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that reminds me that whole argument about making COVID jokes or not, and there were somebody that said, well, yeah, everybody and his dog will do it, but it doesn't really matters because everybody has a different view on fucking COVID. So, like me and you won't be doing the same jokes about COVID.
that's right.
So, yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I did find? I found that doing COVID jokes during COVID or they're not being received well, man.
Yeah.
try me.
People are over COVID. The last thing they want to do is come to a show and listen to about COVID.
COVID again, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I would say depends of the joke though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Depends
joke
on the
needs
joke.
to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
good.
yeah. No, depends on the job, absolutely. But
Mm.
I know a comic. We sat down and he was going over his set with me,
Mhm.
and it was literally all about COVID. The whole
Oh,
thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Oh.
fucking
The whole
stupid.
set. I'm like, dude, no, man, COVID for the first 5 minutes. Then that's it. Fuck off. That's it,
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
First
Go
or
on,
last.
stand
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
You
a
have
lot
to
of
be
people.
really talented to pull it off. Pull it
Yeah,
off. I
yeah.
think.
That's what I mean. You have to have that professional flow where,
Yeah.
like.
But you can
Remind me of
try
an-
it, but I mean, Norm did it. That was amazing, but I'm
Yeah.
not Norm.
I remember that Anthony Jeselnik, that's something he used to do. Like every time there were tragedy a day, he would try to write a jokes about it and publish it on Twitter. So he had a joke about the Boston Marathon bombing, and he's like, "No line should be crossed this day, especially the finish line." That was his joke that he posted.
God
that
damn.
week.
God damn, man. What the
God damn.
fuck?
Yeah,
God,
that was-
dude.
Holy shit. Oh,
See,
man.
that's career ending. That's funny shit. You know what I mean? That's career ending. What do you do, right? It's a horrible
Yeah.
it's a horrible thing to laugh at, yeah, but that's a pretty genius rating right there.
That's a
Exactly.
good joke. That's a good
Right?
joke, man.
It's a good joke, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's his face? Man, was the guy from SNL, the fucking ugly guy.
Oh, the guy that made the Asian joke, right? Or
No, the guy whose father died in 9/11. Fucking ugly dude.
the comedian. Yeah, his father died, and then he went on the Breakfast Club.
Yes, and the whole thing. What's his fucking name, man?
Frank, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I forget his name, man. Ah, shit.
It bothered me. But anyway,
Let's just go with the guy.
his father died in 9/11 in the building in the towers.
Pete
Yeah.
Davidson.
Pete Davidson. Fucking, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
His father died in 9/11 in the Twin Towers. His first 5 jokes of his special was his father dying. They're quick one-liners, but you sit there and you say, "Oh fuck, I don't know, do I laugh or not laugh?" But he's telling the joke that don't die. So he crossed that line. But I guess if he's there and he's at a stand-up comedy show, you laugh, right?
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. I don't know how. I think it all depends on the situation that you're in. If you're sitting in a cafe having a coffee, just talking to somebody, and you turn over to the table next to you and say, "Hey, Don't cross the finish line at fucking Boston. You know, with that whole joke.
Oh yeah, because that's a conversation starter right there.
Probably not going to fucking be taken very well. But if you had a comedy show, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I guess
The best
you know.
icebreaker in the bar I find is those rape jokes.
Oh,
Everybody wants to keep engaging.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds you of like Family Guy, right? Quagmire and Peter were sitting at a bar once, and Quagmire said something really stupid, and then Peter just turns to Quagmire and goes, "Who the fuck starts a conversation this way?" And he goes, "I thought it was a good conversation starter." No, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Actually, I always say fuck. Like if I'm in the club, I say stupid shit all the time. I just like,
Yeah,
if I find that's the way to.
Yeah.
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 100%. No thing. I'll just be like, you know, like they go, hold on to your butts, and then they'll actually do it, and I'm like, well, okay, I was all right. So like,
there's Raul that say that I've made school shooting jokes at the pub St. Paul, and I want to rectify it. I made a jokes about the Nova Scotia shooting.
Exactly. God
Yeah,
damn
get
it,
the
Raul.
fucking facts straight.
God damn
I
it.
think
Yeah, no,
the
sorry.
school shooting
Joel.
jokes was
yeah,
the
that
guy
was a little rough.
named
That was a little rough. Yeah.
Jan or something.
Yeah,
Yannick.
I'm
Yannick?
sorry, Joe. Sometimes our followers are a bit.
I know that French people all looks the same to you, but let me clarify it for
Happy.
you.
Happy early 31st birthday, Claudio. Thanks. Actually, it's gonna be Joy's birthday next week, next Monday. So I'm 31 years old next week, and
Yeah.
Joy's 30.
Hey, happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
Happy birthday.
My objective short term is to outlive Jesus. So next year.
Oh.
Next year, I outlive Jesus at 34. Then I can die.
Okay,
Then
well,
I'm happy.
Jesus Christ.
but
That's
you know what? Have a better respawn time, and then I'll fucking.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Go
So-
up there. Fuck you, Jesus.
And then you come back. You come back. I'm not going there, but
I'm not gonna fucking touch that one. That's all you, Joey. That's all you, buddy.
So Joey, so Joe, we're talking about who are your favorite influencers and stand-up comedian, but now let's go into acting. Like, who are the actors you look up to, for
And
going
did you watch-
into acting?
And did you watch the Snyder Cut?
Who?
God damn it!
The
He
Snyder
wants
Cut.
to know, Peter wants to know if he's not a Justice League Snyder cut.
That's
He just wants to
amazing.
throw it in there.
Snyder Cut. No. Should I watch Snyder?
No, you should watch it.
No, it's all good. No, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah,
who are
yeah.
the
I'll
pretty
fucking
fast.
watch it. Listen, I'm all good. I'll watch it, whatever. What the fuck it is.
Oh man, yeah, no. So who are your actors who you looked up to getting into film?
Oh man, I'm Italian, dude. I grew up watching all these fucking mafia movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, I don't know.
Goodfellas,
Yeah,
Godfather.
Again, the greats. So, I'm not gonna say I want to be like fucking. I don't know, like. Give me a shit actor, fucking Zac Efron. I want to look like Zac Efron.
Zach.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I don't know. I don't know. I like
Scottish guy. Sorry.
I like method actors. Again, I'm not gonna say, oh, I want to be like fucking Will Smith. You know what I mean? I think he's a terrible actor. But anyway.
Oh,
really?
Really?
No, it's just Will Smith in every movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's the same fucking. It's like so far I've been cast for 2 movies, same fucking character each time. Right? You know what I mean? What do you do? So, I'm saying he's same character all the time. But again, I can't say it because the guys who I really look up to and want to be like are the same fucking person in every movie. You know what I mean? Joe Pesci, fucking Robert De Niro. I love Denzel Washington. He's a fantastic.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
Denzel Washington's good. He's really good. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's one of my
Yeah.
favorites,
Hey.
and fucking Will Ferrell.
No, nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Will
okay.
I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan.
Nice.
You either love him or hate him, but I fucking love him.
Yeah. I love him, man. What are you saying,
Yeah, no.
Victoria? Victoria, what are you saying?
I was just like, I love the way he does like this dry thing, but I don't know how does he do that?
Yeah.
He delivers it so flat that it's funny, but like I tried doing that like alone at home. Like I'm trying to like do my jokes. I'm like, what if I do them super dry? But it's not good. But he does it, and it's just how does he do that?
I think it's his facial expression. I think he just adds.
But he's got none.
None.
That's the thing.
And that's what makes it funny. And if it doesn't work, he'll just sit. Just him staring at you, looking like, what? You don't get it? It's you know what I mean? Like he's a lot of people don't realize, but he's a very genius actor.
He is underrated genius actor.
Underrated, yeah.
No, it's fun.
Will Ferrell's one of my favorites, along with all the others.
Got a funny face too.
Tina Fey does the same sort of thing where she's just completely blank and she delivers it like in your face.
Actually, you know what? Since we're talking about Tina Fey a little bit, I find like in movies she does all the like she delivers out like all her line, but in TV shows. Yeah. She actually plays a different character, like 30 Rock. Yeah. Like I find she had different emotions. Then you see her in the movie that you don't like that you forgot about it. Oh shit! It's Tina Fey being Tina Fey. You know?
Yeah.
Wait, a movie that you forgot? That sounds like a movie.
Well, no, there's like a few movies and like no Tina Fey movies coming to me right now. I'm just using it as an example. God damn it.
You don't fucking remember Tina Fey movies. Like it's not like
Actually, you know what? I actually had an argument with a fellow comedian. He goes, you don't just you don't just remember about an actor, but you don't remember their title. But then I'm like, yeah, you can remember about every but you can remember like almost every Vin Diesel movie. And then be like, I see Fast and the Furious.
My brothers.
Yeah, I see Vin Diesel is easy to remember, or Guardians of the Galaxy. See?
Yeah. God, what about Pitch Black? Pitch Black was okay.
Yeah, Pitch Black was good.
Pitch Black?
Yeah, really was good.
Pitch Perfect was good.
Yeah.
I wish Vin Diesel was in that. That would have been amazing.
I know.
You just made it up. I love this guy. You walked into it. I loved it.
Exactly. I just loved
the chaos.
Oh god damn it. So Joe, so when can we see your Netflix special? Huh? You gonna have that one on?
I'm actually it's not Netflix, but I'm working with someone right now to do Amazon Prime one. So
holy shit!
There's not a lot of ethnic comedy stuff going on.
Okay.
It's a process. It's not just shooting a special. They have Netflix. So I had a discussion with somebody from Netflix, but I'm not there yet. It's the financial woes for that are huge. They have a lot of criteria.
Right.
For Netflix special, you got to shoot. It's all under your cost.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah. So if somebody at my level or our level, it's all at your cost, and then you submit it to Netflix, and then they once they approve you to shoot it, you have to have a minimum. It's all gonna be shot on red camera. On red.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There's got to be a certain amount of cameras. You have to do 2 shows back to back, so when you edit, they look the same. Even Dave Chappelle, if you look at his, he shoots it. He has 2 shows back to back, and if you look at the front rows, they're always different people. So they take the best out of both sets, and they fuck them up in the edit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I heard about Bill Burr with that. I heard Bill Burr talking about that. But you straight. I think he's big, so he doesn't have to really follow, I guess. But like I remember he had like different clothes, and like you could tell you're like, okay, dude, this is different.
Yeah, I think that's why the beginning of it was in black and white.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's why he did it.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's their list as long as and it's.
It is because I want to submit a project of mine to Netflix, and they sent me back like 5 pages of like what to have characters. I'm like, but I just want to pay you guys. I just want to get paid for submitting the script.
And that's the thing. It's not to pay you guys. It's their criteria. Once you meet their criteria, like just one red camera was like $20,000.
What's a red camera?
Jesus Christ!
It's like a high.
Fucking hell!
Cinematic camera. It's a cinematic.
Yeah. It's a higher. It's a higher version.
Heard about that?
No, they wouldn't.
It's it's close to the iPhone 12. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, but the red camera is almost like a Rebel T2i, but the red has like that 4K the 4K resolution.
Look at it. The red cameras were used for cinematography.
Yeah,
Because God knows that the joke's gonna be way better if they see my sweat going down my fucking cheek while I'm almost crying because nobody laughed for 5 minutes.
Exactly. But
that's the thing too. Once they review it and they see that your audience was flat, they won't even air it.
Yeah,
yeah,
they want it like
really.
Yeah, they want it like every 20 seconds. You're getting the pop.
Yeah,
That's
kind of good for you because you don't want to be promoted on Netflix while you have no fucking laugh for 2 hours.
And that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
you don't want to
saving your ass
to be fucking dead, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You don't want that. So the whole Amazon thing is a touch easier, but still a very lengthy process to get.
It's kind of why I always been amazed by some like open micers that tries to take shortcuts to like get to be headliners. But like it's better to take the longest time possible so you learn to be and you'll be ready when you get the spotlight when you're ready.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. It's all about preparation. There's guys who go out and do open mics and they love the open mic stuff.
Yeah.
But put a show together. Like I think if you can headline your own show, and build your own show, is a sense of pride in doing that. You know what I mean? So
I understand what you mean.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I was gonna say, like, the fact that you're doing an hour is like already ridiculous enough. Like that's like,
I hear a lot
about
that. I hear a lot about that, Peter. Right? Everybody says like a lot of like stage comics. They're like, "Fuck, you doing an hour, 45 minutes?" I'm like, well, isn't that like normal? They're like, no, I can't even get 15 minutes in. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel good. Like, honest to God.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, like, all right, I'm doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to keep people coming back to the show and getting the reaction that I'm getting, I'm super grateful. I'm humbled and I'm grateful for all of it. And then listen, before COVID, my theater shows were like 400 plus. You know what I mean? So I kept getting those numbers every single weekend. That wasn't in the clubs. In the clubs, they hold 250 or whatever. I'd have multiple shows at a club as a headliner. I would have never thought I'd be headlining at Yuck Yucks, or as a kid, or as a guy who just loves comedy.
Right.
I always thought like I want to do comedy, but I never thought that I would be a headliner at a big comedy. You know what I mean? Like
big comedy club. Yeah.
Like the big comedy club for me would be the Comedy Store. Like if I can get into the Comedy Store, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. But if I can get in there, that would be the shit for me. I can fucking sign it and be done. I'd be done. You know what I mean? I'm good, right? So I'm just putting on my own shows, putting on the production. Again, people want the way I look at it as if it was me. If I'm going to pay my hard-earned money to go see someone, make sure that it's a show. Make sure that they're coming to see a show. So there's an intro. Like I put a show on as if you're going to go see one of the bigger guys. Like
that's true.
Have you guys gone to see Kevin Hart at a stadium or Sebastian Maniscalco at a bigger arena or stadium? They come on.
I was about to see Bill Burr, but everything fucking closed.
Closed, exactly. So, but before they come out, there's like a video entrance of them, whatever. But there's work that's gone into it, right?
Right.
I put that same production into my show. So when they're coming, I make sure that my opener, my two openers, or my MC are gonna keep that crowd and put that crowd at a level where they're not sleeping. To where, and then because it's harder for the headliner to pick them back up. The first 10 minutes, all you do is pick them back up, right?
Yeah.
Have a good opener. Have a guys keep that energy up, and then you just come out and give them that show. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm super humbled. I'm super grateful that I can continue to do that over and over again. I think that's the grace of fucking social media. Honest to God.
Yeah.
And staying relevant. A lot of guys right now, I feel really, really bad for the stage comics who had that momentum, but these guys are professionals. Once their name is on the bill, people are gonna go. Like you got
of course.
you got Frank Spadone. As you guys you got a lot of them. The JFL.
Angelo Sarukas.
Yeah,
Lucas.
Angelo Sarukas. You got a bunch of guys from Montreal from the Just for Laughs festival. Once their name is on the bill, people are gonna go because
for sure
they're professional comics, right?
Right.
The problem is now is they need to stay relevant because right now, including myself, there's a lot of new social media comics coming into play. So if I take a break, trust me,
it's over. It's over.
People's attention spans are this
very low.
They're gonna push you right to the side and be like, oh, yeah, whatever, onto the bigger and brighter TikTok.
Right? Yeah, because that's what I liked about like Andrew Schultz. Like he pretty much filmed his club sets and then boom, he just exploded. Like he's been on the scene for how long, and then boom, just like
that's right,
he blew up. Right. Yeah.
A lot of guys have this problem with. I'm not going to put my material on social media because once I put it on social media, I can't use it on stage. This is true. This means that you should fucking come up with more shit.
Keep writing.
This is your time to write. Write your stuff. Write. Even if it's not funny, this is your time to work on it. Make it funny, right?
Absolutely.
As long as you have the ideas written down, you can work on them in the gym, right? The comedy club is what they call it.
Club. Yeah.
So they can work on it when they open. Hit 5, 6, 7 open mics a night if you can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough in Montreal, but
yeah, exactly. But it's really rough.
But I know. Like I think it was like Jay Leno saying that. Like people when people were saying like, oh, they're scared of people stealing their jokes. He's like, well, then write faster. And it's like some people go against it, but then at the same time, I agree with that. It's like you're in the game for the long term, so you should be doing that.
Yeah. You should be writing jokes. Like listen, you guys have heard of Anthony Rodia?
Yeah, I know he is. He's a New York.
Listen, he's a good friend of mine. He's a comic in the States.
Nice. Okay.
He's blowing up, man. Blowing up. But he's putting in the work. The guy's a genius writer. He writes all kinds of stuff, but he's putting it out on social media. But he has different material at his live shows. Same as me. The stuff you see on social media is not the same things that you're going to see at my live shows because you might see a video that I posted 2 years ago end up on my show next year. You know what I mean?
Okay, nice. Yeah.
It's just the way you want to write your show. You got to write your show to where it flows. Like when a comic, and this is for me again, when a comic jumps from topic to topic and then jumps back to the other topic and then comes back, it fucking throws you off.
Yeah.
If the show flows nicely and you can, it's easier. I think personally, I'm not a professional comic by any means. If everybody thinks I'm a professional comic, I'm not. I just know that if it flows easier, it's easier for me. Yeah. I know that if I can write something that I can just make it flow, I think it's just easier and it just sounds better. It's easier to follow.
Yeah, even one-liners comedian like Mitch Hedberg, for example, like he will at the moment in his 1 hour special, he will like make 5 minutes just jokes about a single topic, but it's non-sequiturs though, so it's always different stories in 1 or 2 sentences. Exactly. But he always group them into thematic. Yeah,
exactly.
No man. Like I saw him an open micer. Yeah, so he was talking about different topics. So as soon as he was done one topic, he'll be like, okay. Different topic. And then, okay. I'm like, yo, okay, you're throwing us off. Like, oh goddamn. And then, but again, like for me, like I wouldn't I shouldn't be talking because when I used to start comedy, I was atrocious. I was like, bro, like I'd rather like you'd rather make a noose and hang yourself when you're listening to my set because I had no flow and I was just scared. But then, like, as time goes on, you look up to your idols. You look up on what to do on stage, and how to act on stage, right? So it's all time, but it's not easy. It's not easy. 5 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour.
Listen, if anybody's out there listening and they want, if you're at a comedy show, an open mic, best advice I can give if you're there watching, go up to that comic afterwards and just fucking tell them, give them your criticism, because that's what they're there for. Don't be harsh about it. Don't say, hey man, listen, you fucking really suck.
He sucked dick.
You suck. You know what I mean? You real suck dick. You really suck. You'd be like, hey man, you know what? Your set was good, but maybe don't say next topic for every 5 minutes.
Exactly. No, I had like for all of us, like, we had these constructive criticism, and these lovely folks, they've been giving me constructive criticism, and everyone else too. So and it's also with the people you're surrounded with as well, right? Positive people makes you feel positive about yourself, and you'll eventually get better in that, right? Like, but there were times, man, like when I was alone, I started, and people like, hey, you suck, don't do comedy again, and this and that, but then there's a difference in being, hey, you know what, you're good. Yeah, I know, exactly. I know there's some regular people.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. If there's something I've learned from Doc Stanhope, is like I always feel like he has those out of the body moment when he does his set, and he's like, when he do a bad segue or anything, he comment on it. Like, he's like, okay, that was a shitty segue to my next subject. And that kind of worked for the type of character he is on stage.
Yeah. And that's it. It's making fun of yourself. And
exactly.
And just talking about the moment. If you bomb on stage and you accept that bomb and you make fun of yourself, you're gonna get a laugh.
Exactly.
If you say a joke and you're sitting there, you're like, oh, well, I guess that one didn't fucking work. I gotta rewrite that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get a chuckle because they know that, okay, you fucked up.
Yeah.
The silence in the room didn't just happen for you; it happened for everybody.
Yeah.
I always try to put myself on the side. I'm like, you're right. That was bad joke. I'm not gonna, or like sometimes I'm not feeling my own jokes. Like, halfway through, I'll be like, you guys are not gonna like this. I'm so sorry, and then I'll just like do something else, and they like it because we're creating a connection.
That's right.
Yeah. Exactly, absolutely. Or there was
something of the same type at the Nest. I saw the light coming out in the middle of my penultimate bit, and I was like, you know what? That fucking bit is not good. I'm going to go to the next one. And then I got some chuckles there, and I was like, and then I end up on a good punch out. But
exactly. Or there was one I was saying, and one of my jokes really didn't land, and I look at the audience like, you guys should have slept with your gumar tonight. Fuck, coming into, and then I was, and just by that. But for me, like, I love those, like, you think a punchline is going to work, but then it's not. But then you reacting to your own failed punchline. For me, that's why I find it works. Like you usually get harder laughs on that. I'm not saying don't have a shitty punchline. I'm just saying, for me, like, those moments work.
I'm freaking hilarious. So they do. I mean, goddamn, man.
Yeah, they are. They
No, I'm joking. I bomb all the time. I bomb.
Yeah, Peter, you don't bomb. Shut up, Peter.
You guys bomb, man. You guys are good, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till I can come back down there and fucking see one of you guys.
It's gonna be good. I mean,
I'm in Montreal all the time. When I come for like a week or whatever. I stay. I'm in Ottawa a lot too. So last time I was in Ottawa,
nice.
I mean, I like to jump in and go into a comedy club and just jump in and just kind of see what's going on. Like, I love it. I'm a comedy guy, right? I love going there and just watching comedy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Well, no,
better, man.
I mean, look, when things open up and you're back and you're in Montreal, like, we'll put you on do like a 5-6 minute, and then
I'm always into that, man. Listen. If your ego's too big to go fucking do 5 minutes somewhere, you're a piece of shit. Is what I think.
Your joke's gonna work if you don't test them. What?
That's true.
And that's the thing too, right? And who doesn't like to go up there and I think the most spontaneous ones where you're going somewhere and somebody says, "Hey, you want to do 5 minutes?" And you're like, if you're feeling up to it, go do 5 minutes. If you can't, if you don't like the laughter and if you don't get it, it's okay. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It didn't work. and that's a reality check for somebody like me. Is a big reality check. Stepping on a stage like that unannounced, your following is not there. Your following is not there. So you got to be like, you got to be funny. Like
exactly.
Like you gotta know what works and do your shit and do your thing. So that's why I like the clubs, man. I like I love doing the theater shows, but I love doing the clubs because the clubs are where it's at, like where it's, you know.
Yeah, we'll do a comedy show in Sicily. Yeah, one day you and Luigi, you guys go to Sicily and do a comedy club, show.
That's my end goal. That's one of my end goals, is to do a show in Sicily. But I was having a conversation with my wife, and she had a great point. My comedy in Sicily, they'd be like,
"What's so funny about it?" Yeah, right.
What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like what do you mean? Yeah, so what? We fucking, your mother hit you in the head with a broom. Okay.
So yeah.
But that's a beautiful challenge for you.
Yeah, it is a great challenge for me. But I'm really not going to invest my time going over to fucking Sicily to get bombed every single month.
Actually, you know, before we let you go, I forgot to ask this question. So obviously, like, you went to Australia, right?
6 inches. I'm not that big.
Oh goddamn!
So I'm just curious, how's the crowd? Because I see Guido going with the Giuseppe the MC, and I believe you went there once.
Where, Australia?
Yeah.
Nope.
Never.
He was about to go. He was about to go.
You were about to go. Okay, sorry.
I was scheduled to go in 2020.
Okay, sorry about that. No, because I always saw you around with the Giuseppe, and then sometimes with Guido. Sorry, it got me.
Yeah. Giuseppe Guido went with Joe Vadi, and they had Australia. So I was already hooked up with somebody in Australia to do 3 shows.
Oh shit! Okay, awesome.
Yeah, and then I got fucked because of COVID.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? Hopefully it's good. Like, hopefully, good luck if you ever get the show when everything clears up. Good luck with that. But that would scare the shit out of me. Like, I can't go to Australia. Like, I'm like that when I found out the house spiders are like poisonous. I'm like, fuck this, man.
You know what? That's the only thing where I got that fucking thing where I'm gonna be sleeping, then I get up in the morning, put my fucking boot on. There's gonna be like a black widow in my boot, and I die.
How did Joe die? Black widow was in boot.
You're like, fuck, was it worth it? Like, you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And the black widow takes half your money. He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
How did he died? Well, I put my shoes on.
Yeah. So Joe, how did you lose a leg? Let me tell you something. I went down the stairs and a black widow chased me.
When I learned that even the platypus are out to kill you in Australia, I was like, fuck this place.
I'm telling you, look, I want to go to Australia. Like if I ever get the chance to go to Australia, man, I'm gonna go equipped, man. I'm gonna bring like a lighter, fucking matches, everything. So I'm like, lighter matches.
Okay, look, they already had a forest fire. They don't need another one. Like, what are you fucking?
Well, you know what? It's probably a forest fire for fucking reasons, for those fucking poisonous spiders. All right.
I can see you going with fucking like khaki shorts and socks and boots. Fucking hot,
Oh, there it is.
Well, that'll totally be me, Joe. Don't worry.
You have a fucking fanny pack with all your goods.
It's a satchel. It's not a fanny pack.
You'll have a fanny pack. You're not a satchel fanny pack.
Okay, you know what, Joe? Okay, God damn.
Well, actually, you know what, Joe? There's another thing that Claudio likes saying. He loves fisting. That's like his thing. Like, he loves.
It's weird that he hasn't mentioned it yet.
Yeah, really? Very surprised. Yeah.
Well, give me.
What do you think, Joe? What do you think?
Claudio,
with a face like that,
we want to know that.
With a face like that, I think you're fucking sitting on one right now, Claudio.
That's okay.
Whatever you do, hey, don't bounce. Not on here. Wait.
Guys, I can't keep it in. It's way too good. I can't keep it in.
Yes, Claudio.
You sons of a bitches.
We all have the same mother now. What the fuck?
No, well,
apparently
Sons
we
of a
do.
bitches.
Oh man, apparently do. So all right. So let's just see if you have any more questions here in the comment. Okay, no.
Okay, next
Luigi's
topic.
just
No, I'm
laughing.
joking. I'm joking.
All right, so next topic, guys.
Let's keep on the fisting controversy going on there.
No, there's no
Exactly.
fisting controversy.
Noob.
People do not buy into this bullshit. Peter.
All right, let's measure what kind of man Claudio is actually is like. Is he like lube or no lube?
Oh god damn.
oh, he's taking his headphones
Oh,
off.
he's taking it off. Why are you taking it off, man? It's okay. Hear
Well, I
all
wanted
this
to
shit.
know because you took your headphone off, so maybe you didn't hear it.
No, I heard
are
it.
you
I
This
heard.
was really
Okay.
good. It was just
He
really
said
lube or no
lube
lube?
or no lube.
I heard, and I'm not answering because
Why?
Why?
Because you're ashamed
Why?
to say you take a lube?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Luke,
Yeah.
it's 2021, man. Nobody's judging you.
And
why did it suddenly become a let's attack Claudio show? I guess since when the fuck does
This
this
is
become?
always that show.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
okay, Vicky, we didn't discuss it.
It's a
What
good
the-
way to end the show. It's like, let's fuck up Claudio.
Yeah,
there
that's
you go,
okay.
exactly.
It's okay. That's okay.
or we can talk about the the veganism if you want. That's your thing.
Vegan. No, that's just wrong. Don't fucking talk about vegan.
I like it how we're all went serious, and then for a sec, like Louis, like sorry, Joe's face is like, hold on. Oh my god, yeah, no, yeah, lubrication is key. Man, get out of here, Louis.
Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah. So, oh man, this has been really fun. Honestly,
Lubrication
wow.
is key.
Yeah, it is
God.
key, especially with the two monsters carrying around with him.
Yeah, man.
Like his fucking
Yeah.
fist. You
You
saw
seen
his
his
fist?
hands?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
bigger
it's
than a
huge.
fucking baby head, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Who?
you got big fists.
You,
eh?
Claudio.
Yeah,
Talking
if
about
you-
you.
Yeah,
You
look
put the-
at him.
Look at that. You put the matches on there. There's a flaming fist of your ass. And
There you go.
That's freaking-
All right, guys. I do not, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that.
Just to let you know, I do not take these bullying because this is what you don't do in life: is you bully people.
It's
Exactly.
called
Dirty
roasting
four,
when you're in comedy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Victoria. Okay, you had your turn.
What?
Okay?
Oh god damn!
It's still my turn.
You brought it back, man. You brought it back, man.
Oh my god.
Okay, Victoria, you can't vote anymore. That's
Yeah,
what Claudia's
exactly.
Oh
putting in.
no! What did I
Exactly.
do?
See, Joe could vote. But you
So,
can't vote anymore.
Woman rights to vote at the Dirty Four that lasted 1 minute, and like
Oh.
Victoria figured out a way to fuck it up.
Yeah. No, see, Louis said something right. You're a bunch of bullies. Yeah, a bunch of bullies. Yeah.
I thought-
And there's
I
Captain
thought
Yellow
Mama
that
said-
says it's sexist, and you're fucking right, it is.
I saw a comment by Elizabeth. Is it Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah, she said it's about shows going outdoor. That's a good question. I'm actually working on a couple of drive-in shows coming up in July.
Nice.
Is it one of
Nice.
those shows where people are honking instead of laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That must be fucking weird, though.
Again, would you? I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do another live stream show where I fucking heard no one. Like I'd rather hear honking, but
Yeah.
like, in a drive-in show, you can. The way I'm gonna set up the production is there's gonna be 2 big screens on the side as well, plus a stage and stuff. So if you want to get out of your car and sit or in your trunk or whatever, you can. If you want to honk your horn, you can. But at least I can see you. Right?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Hopefully, if you don't have tinted windows in your,
Well,
I'm
banging
just
at your show,
thinking with the
that's
type
awesome,
of
man.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And listen, I'm hoping for things to open up. I heard Quebec is easing some of the restrictions on the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that movie theaters or is that just like theaters in general?
Theater in general.
Theaters in
Like,
general.
Oh, really?
cultural show like singing and that kind of stuff that
Yeah.
will be permitted. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, with Rough with the Italian Babos of Comedy. I know we just canceled that show, and I think with these restrictions now, it might come back sooner than later. He might.
Good.
It's, like I said, people. I don't mind doing 2-3 shows a night back to back if we have to. Make the number a little lower, like 100 people, whatever it is. Have 3 shows, whatever it is. This is what's going to happen for the next little while. They're not going to allow 600-700 people in a theater anymore.
No.
Forget about it.
Which is weird because I know
Just
in the
for a short while though.
yeah, I heard in Spain they were doing like I guess soccer games, but like full stadium out just to check it out, which is weird. And like no one really got COVID, but like that's their numbers. You don't know if it's true or not. Or
Spain?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. As one
Yeah,
thing,
it's a democracy. Like you should be able to trust the numbers.
yeah,
I'm not gonna get into politics.
I
I,
got you.
there we
I
go.
hear you. I hear you.
We got you on that.
I won't. Everybody's got their thing. I got mine, and I'll keep them to myself.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
God damn, you're good. You're good, man, Joe. You see, Luigi? Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I keep it to my. You guys can talk about it.
Wait,
You
you
guys-
went on agree to disagree. What did you talk about?
Didn't
Yeah.
talk about politics.
We talked about Italian stuff.
You talk
Yeah.
about
Oh,
politics,
really?
it's not
Okay,
politics.
because last time I went, it was only about politics, and I was
Yeah,
like,
because
yeah,
you're
but that's
cute.
his thing.
Yeah, no, Luigi's show is great. Luigi's show, but Luigi, I kind of clarified it with him beforehand. I said, if you're gonna ask me my opinion on politics, I'm gonna give you a very
Vague.
very segue.
People vote.
To me,
Next topic, please.
Yeah, I'll give you my how do I fucking put it? I'll give you my opinion in a very, very light manner. You know what I mean? Like I'm nor here nor there.
Yeah, okay.
Take that as you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going
for
to
sure.
give my opinion as mildly as possible. Fuck the feminists!
He's like, I vote. It's like what?
No wonder we're going to shits. Oh man, Jesus Christ.
It's a topic where you can. Being on social media, you hear so much shit, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
listen to the news. You you hear so much other shit. Listen, all I gotta say is take your facts, read them, absorb them, and then do what you will with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all it is. Like comedy.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it. If you absorb it, great. If you don't find
If
it
not,
funny,
then move on.
if you don't find it funny, shut the fuck up and just
Exactly.
go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's all.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, and then as you mentioned, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
No,
exactly.
no. Unfortunately, you're not. But
I
you
know.
gotta.
Fortunately, I mean that means there's a place for everybody. Like if
That's right.
there were one formula for everybody, that would be fucking boring as a scene.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I
You're
hear
right.
that.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
So-
you guys do fucking whatever.
What is it, Claudio?
No, I was gonna say something. I was saying something, but then Joe was saying something. So but
Okay,
he was
go see what you were about to say then.
yeah. What were you gonna say, Joe?
Who me?
Yeah,
No,
you said something because
Whatever. It's just if you're gonna
That was
fucking
like the most polite Italians I've ever seen, man. This is
Yeah, but don't forget they're
yeah,
Canadian
yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to be good.
That's okay. When we get off
Italian
air,
American, that's another thing.
when we get
Italian
off air,
Canadian, totally different species.
Yeah.
I
when
was
we get off
funny right
air,
there.
yeah, when we get off first, and Matt Jimmy goes, bro, listen, don't invite me to your podcast ever again. Your open mic, stay away from me. You're just a fucking weirdo. Get away. You're too nice. You're too nice. It's a pen man.
No,
But-
it's listen. I that's one thing about me. I'm the nicest guy out there.
Oh, you are, man.
I'm
You
a
are.
nice
It's not-
guy. I think when somebody says, "Oh, you're a real prick," yeah, I can definitely be a real prick. But what for? I got no time. I'm fucking too busy. To be a prick. I'm too fucking busy. I don't want to be a prick. It takes more effort to be a prick.
I put money on Destro versus Friday Small Fight. Jesus Christ! No, it's the inside. Oh man! So all right. So
You gotta say we have the best fan base.
oh, we do. We have the best guy we have. So Joe.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on social media?
Listen, you can find me on all platforms except Twitter. I'm not doing Twitter.
Good for you, sir.
You can do Instagram, Facebook, but yeah, I'm very heavy on Instagram.
nice.
So at Lou Sicilianu Raggiatu, just the way it's spelled there with underscore. So Lou _ Sicilianu _ Raggiatu. You can find me on Instagram. My website is www.lucicilianuraggiatu. You can find all my shows and all upcoming events and all the other good stuff. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. The website.
Honestly.
Go to the website and you fucking find me anywhere you want.
Nice. Oh wow, no, this has been amazing.
I had a great time, man. It's a good show. You guys got something good going on here. I love it. It's great.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
And the tips and everything.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, everybody watching on the Facebook and the Instagram. On the YouTube. Wow. Thanks for putting in your comments, for asking questions. We really appreciate it. And folks, if you did not subscribe to the Dirty Four page, go ahead and do so. If you didn't follow Sicilianu Raggiatu, go ahead and do so.
Hit him
Ladies
up.
and gentlemen,
What
hit
are
him
you
up.
waiting for?
This guy has great content.
The fuck, man.
And that's
Don't
it.
tell
So,
me you don't have time to reach those websites and follow him, all right?
Exactly.
Fuck that.
What does it take to fucking click a button? Just click the follow button.
just click the fucking button.
If you don't click the follow button, you find out where you live and snap your fucking leg.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back here tomorrow night in French, and we're going to be back again next Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going to be back here soon. Stay safe, and thanks, Joe, for this again.
Stick around after the credits.
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.